Thousands of people thronged the streets of Barcelona to greet the Pope as he traveled to the Sagrada Familia. On his second day in Spain, and before consecrating the Church of the Sagrada Familia by Antoni Gaudí as a minor basilica, Benedict XVI met briefly with the King and Queen of Spain in a private meeting. Inside the basilica were more than 6,500 people, along with the 1,100 celebrants among the cardinals, bishops, and priests. In the streets near the Sagrada Familia, 36 giant screens were installed for the more than 250,000 people who watched the Mass and the consecration of the church. The Pope began his homily with a word of thanks in Catalan. He described the consecration of the Sagrada Familia as a significant point in a long history of enthusiasm, work, and generosity, which lasted more than a century. The Pope also commented on his personal joy to enshrine the Sagrada Familia, a church very close to the figure of Saint Joseph.
Me ha conmovido especialmente la seguridad con la que Gaudí, ante las innumerables dificultades que tuvo que afrontar, exclamaba lleno de confianza en la divina providencia: San José acabará el templo. Por eso ahora no deja de ser significativo que sea dedicado por un papa cuyo nombre de pila es José.
The Pope noted the originality of Antoni Gaudí to join the architecture and theology in the construction of the Sagrada Familia, precisely at a time when he said, "The man tries to build his life back to God." The Pope also spoke about the dignity of man as a temple of God.
El templo de Dios es santo, ese templo sois vosotros. Y aquí unidas la verdad y dignidad de Dios con la verdad y la dignidad del hombre.
In a leading city like Barcelona, Benedict also referred to the progress in technology and social and cultural aspects of society. He said they should always be accompanied by moral progress, especially in defense of the family.
El amor generoso e indissoluble de un hombre y una mujer es el marco eficaz y el fundamento de la vida humana en su gestación, en su alumbramiento, en su crecimiento y en su término natural. Solo donde existen el amor y la fidelidad, nace y perdura la verdadera libertad.
Benedict XVI performed the stirring ritual of dedication of Antoni Gaudí's Sagrada Familia. The Pope anointed with oil the four corners of the altar, while several bishops made crosses with chrism on the columns and walls of the church. Incense was then lighted on the altar to make it sacred. After this, the altar was covered with a tablecloth, candles, and flowers for the celebration of Mass. Finally, all the lights were turned up in the church to symbolize the presence of Christ, the light of the world. Once this ritual is completed, Mass could then be celebrated at the altar. After the Mass, the Pope went to the Nativity facade to pray the Angelus, in which he talked about the Church as a family.
Toda la Iglesia, escuchando y cumpliendo su palabra, se convierte en su familia. Más aún nos ha encomendado ser semilla de fraternidad que sembrada en todos los corazones aliente la esperanza.
This is the second time Benedict XVI has celebrated the consecration of a church. Along with the beauty of the now Basilica of the Sagrada Familia, made this an historic moment.